evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today I have the pleasure of sitting down with I'm not going to say necessarily a newcomer to our community, but I think she's a newcomer to our community. I have the pleasure of sitting down with Tracie Halcrombe. Tracie, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Alton. Thank you.
It is a pleasure. You know, I met you 2 to 3 months ago, and that's why I say newcomer to our community, because you have been such a ray of sunshine. You came to Literacy Volunteers and talked about your organization, Joy Inside of Tears, and then I've been to one of your sessions, and I'm going to tell you, that was quite tremendous. You had individuals there who were speaking about things that we're going to talk about. I don't want to steal all your thunder, but before we get started, Tracie, if you don't mind, tell us just a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Tracie Halcrombe, and I am the founder of Joy Inside Tears, and it is a suicide prevention and mental health organization that provides resources, advocacy support, educational training, as well as counseling referrals through my partnerships that I have.
Okay, wow. And you know, I met you through Dr. Mark, Dr. Eric Marks. He brought you again, like I stated, to the Literacy Volunteers, and you talked about your organization, talk about how you're reaching out into the community to try to help individuals here and then our area. But let me ask you, I said you're not from LaGrange really, right?
No, we've moved here about 2.5 years ago now.
Okay.
We both retired, my husband and I, Steve, and we moved here not necessarily knowing about LaGrange, but at the time of a housing market, you know, this is where we came. It was a basement. We were used to that. So he was like, this is the house. And but this city has given me so much love. This city has, I mean, the windows of heaven has just opened up because God's purpose was meant for me to be here.
Wow. Well, we definitely appreciate you being here, you and your husband, Steve. And we do want to say thank you for Steve for coming out. He's here with you as well today.
Yes.
Joy Inside of Tears. Talk a little bit about that, because when you talk about joy inside of tears, you think about when you're having tears, you're kind of in a sorrowful moment, or you're going through grief and pain. Talk about how that came about.
Well, I thought I had a name, Alton, and I thought it was going to be Fight for Life. But when my accountant was looking and we were searching, it was open to get, and then all of a sudden it was not available. So I said, well, Lord, you're going to have to give me a new name, because I thought it was Fight for Life, because that's what we should be doing, fighting to live and not to die, you know, for that cause anyway. And so I have a record player, so I got some vinyl, I ordered Stevie Wonder's album, Song in the Key of Life, which, you know, I'm old school. So
Song in the Key of Life.
That album came in, and I was just listening to, just catching up, and the song came on. So in case anyone doesn't know, there is a song Stevie Wonder wrote called Joy Inside My Tears. So it resonated so much with my soul, and in my spirit, it was almost like it was saying just what I needed to say in such a way that I was like, that's it. And it was like that epiphany, like, joy inside tears. That's what God had given me. Joy inside the tears.
Wow. Now, and you talk about joy inside tears there, and you guys have had the organization now about 2 years or longer?
Yes. Well, when we moved here, 21 is when it evolved, and I got, of course, 501c3 status. So it is a 501c3 nonprofit, and it's just been going from there. Everything he tells me to do, that's what I do. Anything I'm instructed to do. I don't do this, and it's funny when you're being guided and led. God's leading is phenomenal, and that's all I do is walk. And if he says do it, that's what I do. And the execution has just been blessed. Every effort has been blessed.
Right. Well, you know, I think back to, I'm sitting here as you say that, I'm thinking back to the workshop that you conducted a couple of months ago. We were there at the Bank of America, and you had some phenomenals. Talk about that night for us, if you don't mind.
Okay. Well, Joy Inside Tears, we do a community support meeting every fourth Tuesday of the month, and we are inside the Bank of America building. And we go in and we, from 6:30 to 7:30, and we just have candid conversations. I might have a topic like last month and going into September is suicide prevention, early intervention. So we did a hybrid session for last week, which was August, the month of August, which incorporated Zoom. So that was just only by invitation. It was private. So all of this stuff just keeps us in a safe space so people can share, not people just coming on, want to see what's going on, but you really need this, you know, and to come from the community. It's a need to end the stigma. It's a need to have these conversations about what are the issues that we're facing. I think you came in that month, we were talking about cultural and societal norms. That's what that was. So we began to talk about the dysfunction in families. You know, I think we were unpacking a lot of that stuff about how family issues or community issues keep us from sharing, keep us from being open and transparent with others because of things that we've you know, been passed down, generational stuff that we just don't understand how we can break the cycle, you know. So I think that's where you were.
You absolutely, and it was a wonderful session that night. And in that you talked about something we want to lead up to, suicide prevention. Do we see that on the rise here in our society, Tracie?
We do. We do. In case you're not aware, probably within the last 2 months, Alton, there has been about 5 deaths by suicide here in LaGrange. In LaGrange? Yes. 5. If you're, about 5, or in the surrounding area. And yes, it is on the rise. It's actually a crisis that's happened nationally, but it has been going on. But I guess since it comes so close now to, because it was happening maybe more in Hollywood that we were seeing it, but when it becomes middle class and when it becomes all cultures, no biases of, you know, gender, race, religion, this is when we understand it better that what is happening. We question that. And you and your organization and some other partners are going to be having a suicide prevention event that will be taking place on September the 16th. Talk about that if you don't mind. Yes, well, Joy Inside Tears is hosting and presenting a first annual candlelight vigil. And it's in recognition of Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, which is September. It's going to be an amazing event. I have so many partners I can't name, but you'll see them out as you come out and support. I mean, we have some of the greatest in LaGrange that have just said, yes, what do you need me to do? How can I help? And I'm super excited about that. I mean, if I began to name and I forget someone, I wouldn't want to be doing that. However,
we won't put you on the spot to call names.
However, it's going to be a short program because it's 5:30 to 7:30. Yes, 5:30 to 7:30. It's going to be a short program, and it's going to have, you know, the sponsors there, the welcoming to all the partners and people that's there in support. We're going to have people talk from lived experience of loss survivorship, as well as just stories of hope. People from the community will be speaking. We're going to have the proclamation dedication to National Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, which I'm thankful I had gotten recognition here. The fountain is going to be lit up in our colors, purple and teal. So we're going all out to just let the world know we're here. We have resources. We have hope that there is resilience in this city, and we're going to get through stuff together.
Absolutely. And you know, when you talk about suicide, and I had a guest on you know very well that you're working with, and Julian Andrews. And, and he is a twin. And he lost a twin to suicide. And I ask you the same question. Are there some signs that we could look for when someone may be contemplating, or have you noticed any signs?
Well, I wouldn't say it would be any signs when someone is contemplating it, but as someone begins to change in their mood or in their demeanor and character from what you would know them to be for, I lost my son. So in that regard, to be honest with you, when someone is not in your proximity, he didn't live with me because he was old enough to be doing his own thing. But when I did see him, everything was beautiful. So we don't know the mask that people are wearing. And so that's the hardest part. This happened to my son in our move, in the middle of our move here, in our transition. So I know that might have been a sadness for him. And some people take things on differently. I would say if it's signs and symptoms for us educationally speaking of, people sometimes become erratic. It could be anger. It could be they become extremely withdrawn. It could be anyone that may be, just starting to behave differently, may even start using drugs or abusing alcohol, just becoming so indifferent that you're needing to question what's going on, and not just say not just leave them to just be. It's very important that we just try to check in with people, because the statistics are rising due to that fact that we don't know what to say or how to have the conversations. It's just a simple part of just saying, hey, I noticed is something wrong. I've noticed that there's a change in you, or you're drinking a little bit more, or depression is real. So I think for the most part, I know my son was not diagnosed with anything, but some people do get diagnoses, and he could have been experiencing bouts of depression because he's had 2 careers by the time he was 21, and so he was super busy. And we do want our children to succeed, so we don't know if that causes sometimes of how can I keep up. At 21, how can I keep up? But
the pressure is there, right?
Yeah, pressure is on all of us.
The pressure is real.
It's real.
Absolutely. Well, I want to go back to, because I want to make sure that people know where the event's going to be held too. You said the fountain's going to be lit up, so when people know, most people know where that is, the square. So the event will be on the square, downtown LaGrange.
It is right on the square, downtown LaGrange. It's going to be the vision I have, just everybody's just around getting resources, listening to our program, getting the candle at the end, and it's not going to be a fire candle, guys. It's just going to be a tea light. But we light that, and we pray, because we need to definitely include prayer for those. Just everyone there that could be hurting. We don't know what people are going through. I think that's the main thing, Alton. We assume, because everybody looks good on the outside, there's some suffering going on for some internally.
That mask you talked about.
It's a mask.
We can definitely put on great masks.
It's a really, really interesting thing that we have to take it off.
We do. And Suicide Prevention Month is the month of September.
It is.
And this is your first annual, so I'm sure that there will be others to come.
Yes.
But if there was someone that was watching Tracie and they was like, you know what, I want to attend some of her sessions. I want to get more involved. I've been having these feelings, or I know someone. How can they do that, Tracie? How can they get in touch with you?
Well, they definitely can go to my website, www.joinsidetears.com. There's an event calendar on there. It shows everything that's going on with Joinside Tears in the community. Also, they can go to info@joinsidetears.com just if they need more information and they want to know a little bit more. You can donate on my page to give. This supports all the educational programs that we do. I do instruct mental health first aid, so people that need that. Any proceeds from any donations that we get, those things are to help me to fund the things that we do for the community. The meetings, once again, 4th Tuesday of every month, and it's at 6:30 to 7:30. The event, though, is 5:30. To 7:30. Yes, I want to make sure I reiterate that.
That's right.
So we are going to be on the square right there around that beautiful fountain. I could just see celebrating life, celebrating those, and hearing the stories from some that we need to understand more from a personal, individual standpoint, how they are getting through. their challenges. So I think that's going to be most heartfelt. I know I'm going to have someone do a spoken word on mental health, as well as just some great stuff. Stuff.
So we definitely want to invite everyone to come out to it, because I know there's going to be a great event. This community, as you've already seen, is a very giving community, very caring community.
Sure.
So definitely, Tracie, we want to thank you for coming on and being my guest today.
Yes.
And definitely, ladies and gentlemen, come on out September the 16th.
Yes.
Thank you very much for being my guest.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for more City Week coming up in just a moment. Welcome back, City Week, ladies and gentlemen. Just before I go to City Scenes, I have the pleasure of sitting down with Sergeant Matt Obrey to talk about an event that we've come to celebrate for a long time now, and I know this will be about the 5th year I think we're doing it here. But my guest real quickly here is Sergeant Matt Obrey. Matt, welcome to the show.
Glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for coming on and sharing the information. I know that once again the community will come out and support. Matt, if you don't mind, talk about the annual firefighters stair climb for us.
I will. This is our annual 9/11 stair climb that we do in honor of everybody that gave the ultimate sacrifice on that day back September 11th, 2001. We honor the 343 fallen first responders of the New York City Fire Department, as well as everybody else that lost their life that day.
Wow. 343 firefighters alone, not including civilian life that was lost. So Matt, where will this event take place?
We're going to be having it back out at Callaway Stadium this year, and the event it's going to start at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
We're going to start accepting people to come in and register for it at 8 that morning.
Okay. All right.
And what we're asking for is $25 registration fee, and what that does, that allows you to join in on the stair climb as well as receive a t-shirt, for this stair climb. And we have one right here we'll show here in a minute.
Okay, all right. Now, $25, and I know that there's some individuals that in years past that have come and actually put on the gear.
Absolutely.
Is that still available?
Yes.
Okay.
All of our firefighters will be there. A lot of them will wear gear, just a little bit more, just stuff to add to it that just honors, the firefighters that have fallen that day. But you're welcome to come in, walk, step, however you'd like to do it. Okay. If you'd like to just come get the t-shirt, we'll accept that, because the $25 registration fee, which gets you all that, what we in turn do, we turn that around and donate that to the Terry Farrell Foundation. It's the Terry Farrell Firefighter Foundation.
Oh, okay. All right.
And that foundation, it helps firefighters' families. A lot of the firefighters' families from that day still get assistance from this foundation, as well as firefighters all across the nation. It awards scholarships to the families of the firefighters, everything, stuff like that. So, I know we don't do, it's not a lot, but we like to give as much as we can.
Yeah, absolutely. It just keeps it, in remembrance and the forefront.
Absolutely.
The support is still there. If you don't mind, Matt, go ahead and show the t-shirt.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
This is the t-shirt we have this year. It shows LaGrange Fire, the 343, honoring that. And then on the back, we have where it shows honoring the Twin Towers as well as the Pentagon.
Absolutely. That's a very nice t-shirt. So people can come out, and $25 to get them a t-shirt, and also more than that, they can get involved with the stair climb itself. And that's going to be starting at 9 o'clock that morning over at the Callaway Stadium.
Absolutely.
And of course, there'll be refreshments there and stuff for that nature.
That's Chick-fil-A, the new Chick-fil-A out off Vernon. They're going to have a table set up. They're going to have breakfast as well as drinks, everything provided for us. I want to give a big shout out and thank you to Chick-fil-A for being there and just helping us with this event.
Absolutely, and of course that's going to be on September the 11th.
Yes, sir.
Out at the Callaway Stadium there, and we're going to be praying for some cooler weather too.
we could definitely use that.
Absolutely. Well, Matt, I want to thank you for coming on today and sharing this important information with us. And I know, once again, as in years past, the community will come out and support this very worthwhile cause. I know that you and the very other members of the LaGrange Fire Department, as well as other fire departments, because other fire departments are there as well.
Absolutely. I know Troup County, they always have, firefighters out there with us, and we get from all surrounding areas. Just, we'll have a bunch of retired firefighters come out. This is an important event to us, especially, but the community itself, really shows up and helps us out with this. And it's just, we don't want to say fun, but it's good to get together to honor a great cause, and it's good exercise. And like you said, hopefully it's going to be a little bit cooler.
Yeah.
We'll try to get in and out as quickly as we can before the heat hits us, but it's a great event, and we look forward to seeing everybody out there, and we could definitely use all the help we could get.
Very good. Well, Matt, thank you for coming on, sharing this information, and definitely, if I don't get out there, I'll support.
Oh, you're going to be out there, no doubt. I'm going to make sure.
All right. Well, Matt, thank you for being my guest today.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
All right. Thank you, Matt. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the year again, and that time of the week. We're going to go over to Visit LaGrange to hear from Lynne Holle about all the things that are taking place in and around our city. So, Lynne, we're over in your department.
Thank you, Alton. Good morning. Today we're going to be talking about some of the events that will be happening in and around LaGrange during the week of September 4th through September 10th. So let's get started. Saturday, September 9th, from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m., Market at the Farm at Sims Pond Farms. Sims Pond Farms is located at 10 Bailey Road in LaGrange, Georgia. One flat field is open for numerous vendors to sell their local-made products. Come out and support local small business owners, featuring food vendors, handmade crafts, soap, jewelry, home decor, baked goods, grass-fed meats, organic eggs and honey, homeopathic balm, locally grown mushrooms, etc. Saturday, September 9th, from 11 a.m. until 10 p.m., Grape Stomp Selfie Day at Nutwood Winery. The muscadines will be ready for harvesting soon, and we're setting up a special Grape Stomp selfie station at the Love Truck for our visitors on Saturday, September 9th. Share your Grape Stomp selfies with us, and we'll post them on our social media feed all weekend long. Photos with the most likes, comments, shares will be entered to win prizes. You can also show your selfies to our staff on Saturday to receive exclusive discounts on select Nutwood merchandise in the tasting room. Kids of all ages are invited to give it a go, and we'll have a foot wash station and towels for your convenience. Our muscadines have clear juice, but we still recommend wearing appropriate attire in case you get a little bit messy. If you love muscadines, you will also have the opportunity to pick your own muscadines right off the vines. Bring a gallon container or smaller to fill for free. Saturday, September 9th, from 12 p.m. until 8 p.m., Wild Leap 6-year anniversary party at Wild Leap Brew Company. We're throwing our biggest anniversary party ever, and you are cordially invited. There will be one-day-only beers, cocktails and slushies, live music, rare-to-go beers. Kids' activities include face painters, inflatables, free entry. Our food vendors will be Mr. Bon Mai, the Q Shack, Smoking Moe's Barbecue, Chuck E. D's Deli, Pinky's Burgers, and more. The music lineup, the Raising Sands Band, and Off Ramp. There's a lot going on Saturday. The 706 R&B Picnic and Food Truck Festival is also September 9th at Sweetland Amphitheater. Patrons of the 706 area, please join us for a day of fun at Sweetland Amphitheater in LaGrange, Georgia. This will be one of the biggest events to hit the 706 area, and they guarantee you will not want to miss this R&B Picnic and Food Truck Festival. Live DJs, food trucks, and more. Gates open at 12 noon. You must be 21 or older to enter. Sunday, September 10th, from 3 p.m. until 5 p.m. and also from 6 p.m. until 8 p.m., Fall Sport Themed Sugar Cookie Class at Crave Cookie Company. Come join us for an afternoon filled with fun and creativity as we learn different sugar cookie decorating skills. We will be doing a combo theme of fall and sports. You will take home up to 6 decorated cookies done by you and hopefully great memories of fun as well. These classes are geared to ages 13 and up. So Alton, these are just a few of the events that will be happening in and around LaGrange during the week of September 4th through September 10th. There are so many family-friendly events. We hope everybody will get out, enjoy some fun, and as always, stay safe.
All right, Lynn, thank you for that lineup. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for joining City Week this week. My guests have been from Joy Inside of Tears. I had on the founder, Tracie Halcrombe, as she talked about an upcoming suicide prevention event that will be taking place on the square in downtown LaGrange on September the 16th, starting at 5:30 and lasting until 7:30. So come on out and support this event, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure you'll have a great time. And also to help someone else that may be contemplating or going through emotional distress. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I had on from the LaGrange Fire Department, I had on Matt Obry as he talked about the upcoming annual firefighter stair climb that will be taking place on September the 11th, starting at 9 a.m. over at the Callaway Stadium. So by all means, come on out. Get registered, get a great t-shirt, and also contribute to a very worthwhile cause because the funding will go to the Tara Farrell Foundation that supports survivors of the firefighters that lost their lives. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you've enjoyed City Week this week, and by all means, I'm going to invite you back for more of City Week.